Zen, I wanted to ask you sort of a similar question around, obviously, I think at the scale you're talking about, you've got a lot of different factors you're thinking about for cloud deployments, whether you choose to use a pure cloud deployment, whether there's an ASIC involved or some other piece. What are the different sort of levers? What are the different kinds of transcoding schemes you're using? And then what are the different factors? I had sort of called out legacy and cost as two, but or sorry, latency and cost, but I'm sure there's others that you have to think about for all the different types of scenarios you're delivering for.
Yeah. I'm gonna guide you through the a little bit of the journey of a video at Meta. So let's say I take my phone, I upload a video. Now that video needs to have some kind of transcoding. It needs to be done as soon as possible. It needs to be available for my family, my friends, even if I send it over Messenger. That's basically a bit of a server transcoder in there. And so for that, we use the Meta Scalable Video Processor, which is an ASIC video processor that was developed and deployed at Meta and within Meta. And for that, we support both VP9 and AVC at this point. Primarily VP9, AVC is again for legacy support. That gives us the lowest possible latency to generate those encodes and a good enough quality with VP9. Now, if my video becomes viral and becomes very popular, that means I'm going to send it to a lot of people. And then we care about the cost of that trip, and we need to reduce the bitrate further. So we go into something called the premium encoding, where we now utilize both hardware and software. So for hardware, we do we apply basically an encoding recipe called convex Hall encoding. So we use hardware in the initial phase to identify the best possible points to encode. And then we use software and in both VP9 and AVC, in this case, AV1, VP9 and AV1. In this case, AV1 is taken on that VP9 Pi, mostly because of improved capabilities today. And we re-encode in software using the open source SVT AV1 encoder. We re-encode those points for the best possible compression efficiency, of course, making sure that the compute budget is not out of bound. So that's a bit of the kind of layered approach. For live, we do mostly AVC right now and still in software for video calling on devices. We use a mix of software, hardware, depending on what's available and what's better. And but that's mostly on device. And then for end-to-end sharing, again, it's software or hardware based on what's available and what's the best compression efficiency.
I'd love to see a video of a few seconds in the life of a video at Meta as it walks through that process. That would be a fun roadmap to step through.